You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. Oh. You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. Oh.
If you write anything on your
Hey, come on over here.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first playoff race of the JoinAPS.com Truck Series here in the season. We are at Atlanta for the Fun Truck Super Series 120. I'm joined by none other than Hunter Sleppy.
Salutations.
Well, Hunter, we got the first playoff race getting ready to take off here, and our 12 playoff drivers. Let's go ahead and read them off to you guys so you guys know who to look for. Starting off, we got obviously one of our dominant drivers of the season thus far, Justin Krasinski and Joshua Adams, Chad Frankenfield, Anthony Job, Kyle Zimmer, Andrew Rucker, Adam Meyer, Vic Bloom, Logan Shea, Jacob Evanson, Tyler Riggs, and then Levi Zielinski. Those are your 12 playoff drivers getting set for the race tonight. But now, on to other news, how about we get set to meet our starting lineup, because on pole, it looks like it was actually the number 91 truck of Anthony Job, matter of fact. As we go through our first row, you got the 91 of Anthony Job on pole, and then starting second, Joshua Adams. Hunter, take row 2.
Oop, sorry about that. Starting in the second row, we have Zach Michael in 98 and Tyler Briggs in the 01.
Sorry there. I don't know if my mic's better or worse right now, but row 3, Levi Zielinski and Andrew Rucker.
Row 4, Justin Krasinski in the 4 and Logan Shea in the 3. Those 3, actually.
Continuing on, you got Steven Spears starting 9th, and then Jacob Evanson's going to roll off 10th tonight.
And in the 6th row, we have Bradley Hall in the 21 and Aaron Brown in the 18.
Starting 13th, Mitchell Riggs, and I think that's it for the field tonight. Looks like maybe Vic Bloom and Chad Frankenfield and Donald Arseth as well is going to make up the remainder of these guys. I know, talked to Chad Frankenfield a little bit earlier. I think he was having issues with a wheel. He might not actually be able to race tonight, and he is one of our 12 playoff drivers that we were watching, so gonna have to see what happens with Frankenfield, but as of right now, I think he's probably gonna be eliminated from the race, from the playoffs, barring any crazy circumstances happening. Well, Anthony Job is actually one of our playoff drivers who is starting on pole tonight, but here's an interesting fact about Job is he does not have a win yet this season. Going by our wins for the year, Justin Krasinski, he's got 3 of them. Joshua Adams has 2. Chad Frankenfield has a win, and then Adam Meyer also has a win. That's been it, though. Only 4 drivers have went to victory lane out of our 12 playoff drivers, that is. So we're going to have to see if we can get a first-time winner this season. And also, I mean, these guys are going to be trying to move on into round number 2 of the playoffs. Only 8 advance after tonight, and we got 12 to start off with. So I think we got a good race on tap here, Hunter, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it, too. I'm expecting some 2-3 wide racing all around and hopefully a decent finish.
Yeah, and this is one of my favorite tracks on the schedule. I always love to go to Atlanta as a driver, and now we get to watch these trucks go to Atlanta from the booth, and I know it's going to be just as exciting, so I'm looking forward to it. Green flag is out. Anthony Job's on the gas, and he gets a pretty good jump going down into turn number 1. Zach Michael's going to follow in line in second right behind him. Tyler Riggs, who actually started up towards the front of the field, kind of falling back already to 5th, and looks like he might lose that position. Justin Krasinski down there in the number 4 truck looking to make a pass. He's on the move early. He qualified all the way back there in the 7th spot, and he's moving in the top 5 through turns number 3 and 4 on lap number 1.
Looks like Job will lead the first lap.
Yeah, Job's going to lead lap number 1. Will he lead lap number 2, though? Because here comes Zach Michael down onto the inside line. That's the 98 truck. He's looking to get his first win of the season. One of the drivers who already has a win of the season is none other than the 88 of Joshua Adams, who's making his way towards the front. He's making the pass for second, looking for the lead. Not going to be able to get there in time, though. He's going to slide in right behind Zach Michael. But right behind him, how about Levi Zielinski, maybe one of the youngest drivers in the field tonight? He is running inside the top 3 for, I think, the first time this season, having a good run. Lap 2, though, does go to Zach Michael. For Anthony Job's case, he goes from 1st all the way back to 5th in just about a lap, because here comes the Ford truck of Justin Krasinski on by him as well.
Krasinski really wasting no time in trying to get up front as quick as possible, because being in front is a factor here. And
it looks like the battle for 5th is going to go on between 2 teammates, Anthony Job and Tyler Riggs. Tyler Riggs going to take that spot. Right behind Riggs is that 03 of Logan Shea in the Shackley number 03 truck. He's trying to move inside the top 5. Right now, Riggs has got the spot. Up front, though, Zach Michael continues to show the way in the number 98 truck. I expected to see Joshua Adams get up there and challenge for the lead. Hasn't quite happened yet. He's tucked in line right behind him in 2nd.
Yeah, top 4 have sort of pulled away from this group of cars in the back.
You got about a 4-truck single-file line towards the front of the field. They've kind of separated themselves from 5th place Tyler Riggs. Looks like there was just a pass made for 6 for Logan Shea. He's going to get passed by Andrew Rucker, it looks like, in the 20 truck down low. Not quite able to clear him yet off the corner, though. They're going to stay side by side down the back straightaway. Give the 03 the advantage on the straightaway. However, give the 20 of Andrew Rucker the advantage going down in the corner, and he's going to go ahead and take away that spot. Maybe Logan Shea's going to look low. No, he won't, because Anthony Job's there. That's the battle for 6, well behind the leaders. So for our pole sitter, Job led the first lap of the race, and then he's fallen all the way back outside the top 5. Matter of fact, he's fallen back to 7th spot, and it looks like we might have a battle for the lead up front there, Hunter. Check that. It looks like it might have actually been a battle for 2nd. Thought I saw Joshua Adams making a move low. Maybe it was Levi Zielinski looking to make a pass low, and he's actually going to get passed up high, it looks like, by the number 4 of Justin Krasinski.
Yeah, on the backstretch, it looked like Adams had a run on the inside, then tucked back in, and now Krasinski passing on the outside.
Yeah, the outside might start to kick in later on these runs, because the tire wear here at Atlanta is unparalleled to any other track on the schedule. I mean, you have, like, literally 5 laps at most, and then you're dropping, your speeds and lap times are dropping dramatically. And Krasinski, like you said earlier, wasting no time. He's looking to take away 2nd from Joshua Adams now on the exit of turn number 4.
Dead even at 1. But Krasinski will fail for the moment, and he will. Never mind. Crossover attempt. Adams to the inside. Krasinski up high in turn 3.
Uh-oh. Sorry about this, guys. Got to turn off the stream for about 2 seconds here. Alright, there we go. We're back. We're rolling. And yeah, and as you were mentioning there, Justin Krasinski actually able to take away the 2nd spot. So he's going to move inside the top 2. And I thought maybe Levi Zielinski might have had something for him for 3rd place. Not quite able to make that happen just yet. Maybe now he's looking on Joshua Adams down low on the inside.
Yes, Adams falls back to 4th, and Zielinski now in the podium spot for the moment, as Adams is going to attempt a crossover on the front stretch. Dead even at the line, and it looks like Adams has a short line heading into Q1.
And give Adams the advantage down low. It looks like he actually slides up a little bit through the corner there. Like I said, the tire wear is pretty dramatic here at Atlanta. And one person who could definitely attest to the tire wear is probably the league owner. We're actually going to get a chance to talk to him. Chad Frankenfield, owner of the JoinAPS.com Truck Series. And maybe get a chance to talk to him in just a minute or two. So give me a second on that. But battle for the lead seems to kind of subsided for now. Krasinski, though, is reeling in Zach Michael for that top spot there, Hunter.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit of a run on the outside through the corners. But Zielinski right behind is starting to catch back. And Adams is sort of doing the same thing. As, yes, you can see in 3 and 4, a little bit of higher approach from Krasinski. And he's building up a nice lead in 4, and he's going to be all over the bumper on 98.
Yeah, maybe Michael was Krasinski looking to take away the spot from Zach Michael, that was. Not quite able to make it work just yet. And as I was mentioning a moment ago, guys, I was going to get a chance to talk to Frankenfield. I want to hold off on that for a moment as we got a battle for the lead. Krasinski looking low on Zach Michael. He's going to be hung up against the top side of the racetrack. Also want to pay attention. Levi Zielinski closing in on this battle for the lead. Not quite going to be able to get there just yet, but Justin Krasinski wasted no time. He will take away that top spot. New leader here at Atlanta. It's the Ford truck who started all the way back there in the 7th spot, making his way out towards the lead.
They're still side by side. I mean, Michael has a run on the outside. He will clear Krasinski and then the 3. Right now it's a 3-truck race. Got Michael, Krasinski, and Zielinski all up in there, and now Krasinski down to the bottom of the track.
Got right up against the back bumper there and almost made a little bit of contact. Now he's going to dump back down low. Krasinski, like CRT Network mentioning down in the chat down below. Krasinski,
All right, man. The leader for spinning.
Oh, tough break for a lot of these guys. Zielinski back up on the racetrack. That's going to bring out a caution flag. I think Joshua Adams is actually going to be shown as our leader now. Let's go back and see what happened there. Because that was nuts there for a second. So we saw... Oh, wow. Looks like maybe a contact was made by Zach Michael. I could be wrong.
I believe the Ford truck got loose on the inside, slid up in front of the 98, and that's what got him sideways.
Yeah, there you go. He is sliding up right in front of Zach Michael. A little bit of contact made there on the back end of the race truck. That sends Michael into the wall, who comes down. How about Levi Zielinski? No chance for him to make it through this at all. He gets slid into by Zach Michael. Looks like the Ford of Krasinski goes sliding as well. And then you see...
Going back in front of the track, I thought there were going to be another few trucks piling in.
Looks like everybody else making a bunch of evasive maneuvers, and nobody else really gets any damage from that. However, that's a tough break for a lot of these guys, like Levi Zielinski and company, and I want to see if these guys are coming down pit road or not just yet. I assume so. I bet you everybody's coming in to get 4 tires. Actually, look at that. Krasinski's going to be credited with the top spot for the moment. He's coming down on the pit road, though. Going to have some repairs to be made on that truck. Zach Michael's in. Logan Shea, Joshua Adams, Tyler Riggs. That's your top 5, and they're on pit road for the moment.
Real interested to see what adjustments Anthony Joe can make.
As it looks like,
looked like he had a fast truck in the in qualifying. Just can't seem to get it going in the race.
So all these guys are hitting pit road for the moment. First one out is probably not going to be Justin Krasinski, I can imagine. It's probably going to be Joshua Adams. Indeed it is. The 88 truck's going to win the race off of pit road. Actually looks like Tyler Riggs is hung up on pit road there for a little bit as well. Maybe some damage on that truck that we didn't see. But I was mentioning a little bit earlier, guys, the league owner Chad Frankenfield, I believe, is joining us here. Chad, you got a copy?
Yep, you got me?
Yeah, I hear you. I want to go ahead and give you a shout-out and appreciate you putting on this series. Real quick, though, you're also in the playoffs for tonight. Can you explain a little bit to the viewers what your current situation is with that?
Yeah, so I had some wheel problems. I ordered a new T300, supposed to come in today. Hooked it up, and I got no power, so they've sent me a new one out Wednesday. So hopefully that's ready for your the IndyCar League on Wednesday, but tonight I'm just spectating.
And then, so far, I mean, we've had a pretty good race here at Atlanta. I know you've been watching it along with us. And we just saw the contact between Krasinski and Zach Michael. Obviously, Krasinski and Joshua Adams, probably your 2 powerhouses. But going into the playoffs as a race car driver, who is your number 1 guy that you wanted to keep an eye out for?
I mean, usually it's Justin. Me and him were neck and neck in the Street Stock Series last year. You know, me and him were kind of a rival in the short tracks. Unfortunately, the last couple weeks my connection hasn't been the best, so Martin's I didn't really get a chance to battle with him, and Pocono, same thing. So, yeah, so he's the guy you're shooting to beat here. But, you know, really it's more or less just competing it yourself. You're just trying to make it round around here so you can get to Homestead.
So then, with your current situation of getting last place points for tonight, because you did start the race, not able to run many more laps after that, Is that going to push you over to the round of 8 for the next race, or do we have too many drivers in the field?
Well, so basically what happens is, any driver in round 1 can miss a race and get last place points. So I'll probably have to do that. Luckily, I had some playoff points from the regular season, so hopefully that helps me out and keeps me where I need to be here. As long as my wheel's in, I'm confident that I can move on.
Okay. Well, man, it's appreciate you stopping by and talking with us real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and get back with Hunter and get back to the green flag. It looks like they're getting the one to go here. But appreciate you coming and chatting with us.
Awesome. Thank you for doing this. I want to thank Fun Truck Super Series, Spiritware, Shakely, Corner Sports. I want to thank all our sponsors, Join APS for sponsoring the series. So I want to thank all those guys for helping us out. And just thank you for broadcasting.
Definitely, man. Look forward to talking to you soon, guys. That is Chad Frankenfield, owner of the JoinAPS.com Truck Series. We're getting set to restart here, though. We got Joshua Adams on point. Restarting second is going to be Anthony Job. Third, how about Bradley Hall on the 21 truck? Haven't seen too much of him this season. Starting fourth is going to be Andrew Rucker. Logan Shea's back there in fifth. Sixth is Vic Bloom. Restarting seventh, the 97 truck of Steven Spears. Restarting eighth is going to be Justin Krasinski. Ninth, Tyler Riggs. And then 10th is Donald Arcest. So that's your top 10 as we get set to get the green flag here on lap number 19. 22 laps to go till the end of stage number 1 there, Hunter. And we've had quite the race so far.
Yeah, really interesting battle between the top 3, top 4 until it didn't happen. But getting ready to go back green here.
Yeah, a bunch of things got shaken up on that last green flag run. What happens here with 22 laps to go in stage 1? Green flag is out. It looks like it's going to be a tight battle for second between Anthony Job and Bradley Hall going down into turn 1. Bradley Hall looks like he's going to be able to take over that second spot to move Job back to third. And right behind all of this is Andrew Rucker in the 20 truck. He's moved inside the top 5 now. Pretty much single file through our top 7 or so trucks. Going down into turn number 3. And as you mentioned right there, Bradley Hall in the 21 looking to make a pass down low on Joshua Adams. Not quite able to get underneath his fender just yet, but he is closing in on our leader.
Don't want to waste your tires all at once.
That is true. You don't want to waste your tires all at once, but when you got the rubber and you got the grip, you gotta go as soon as you can because you know that these tires are going to fall off soon. But I think you're right. I think it's going to be a matter of who can save their tires, kind of spread out the run and make them last as long as they can. But up till this point so far, these guys have been getting after it early and often. Battle for third still going on between Andrew Rucker and Anthony Job. Rucker's working that bottom line pretty hard. He's got Logan Shea behind him in the 0-3. And how about this? Right behind this battle, we saw Logan Shea, but we also saw the 4 truck of Justin Krasinski. He's moving back inside the top 5, it looks like, with a little bit of damage on that race truck. Not slowing him down or hurting him too much. He's coming back, trying to get the lead away maybe in a couple laps or so. Justin, though, a lot of speed in that race truck, as you can see.
Yeah, he's got that truck dialed in with a clean truck or damage.
Battle for third. Looks like it might become the battle for second. Anthony Job looking on the high side of Bradley Hall. That 91 truck's got a lot of speed tonight. Going to have to keep an eye out for our pole sitter, see where he ends up. He's looking to make that high side work. Bradley Hall trying to defend as much as he can. Not really much you can do about that. Job's going to be able to drive around him, it looks like, going down into turn number 1.
Yeah, but the more they stay side by side, the more this helps leader
Josh Adams up there. I see what you're saying, and it looks like Job's finally able to clear him. He's also going to bring Andrew Rucker along with him, so move him inside the top 3. That 20 truck steadily moving forward, which is all you can ask for if you're trying to have a good finish, especially early on in these playoffs here. He's currently seated as the 6th driver. Heading into the night, he's having a pretty good run.
Yeah, and so is Krasinski back there looking for 4th on Hall. Staying tough on the outside.
Outside line looks like it's working. How about this? Oh, Vic Bloom tried to make it work. Bradley Hall actually throws a little bit of a block, shoves up in front of him going out of turn number 2. These guys are going hard after one another for the 5th spot. Oh, Hall actually clips the apron. A little bit of contact made, and Vic Bloom gets into the wall because of that. And that's going to cause a huge checkout. Here comes Tyler Riggs down low. Donald Arseth as well in the 46. 3 wide trying to squeeze by. Looks like they're going to be able to make it work. A lot of track position loss there for the number 77 of Vic Bloom, however.
Yeah. Right now, if you're a Bloom, you're over for a caution, so you can get in and clear the right side of that truck.
And right there you see your leaders, Joshua Adams, Anthony Job, Andrew Rucker, 1, 2, 3 for the moment.
Yeah, I like the adjustment that Joe made on this truck. It's certainly helping because he's catching our leader right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and ride on board with the 91 of Anthony Job. Pretty good so far for Anthony Joe, having a nice night, qualified on pole, led a couple of laps. Now he looks like he's closing in on one of the dominant drivers of the season, Joshua Adams, that is in the 88. Anthony Job looking to show some muscle here in the playoffs early on at Atlanta. He's almost on the back bumper of the leader.
Yeah, he's pretty much on the back bumper of the leader, and I think Adams is going to start to take notes and start to run his line a little bit.
I think maybe we could have seen what you were talking about earlier, a little bit of tire conservation going on for Adams, because he's really let Job catch all the way up to him. Now he's looking to make a pass, and also Andrew Rucker's been closing in on our leader too, so not sure if just the car's starting to handle a little sour for Joshua Adams or what's going on, but we got a pass looking like it's about to take place for the lead. Anthony Job down low, Joshua Adams up top, 1-2 at the stripe. Who will be our leader next time around? I think it might be Anthony Job in the 91. Oh, slides up a little bit through turn number 2 there. Has to check up. Does a nice job holding it on the bottom. Still side by side down the back straightaway. Here comes Andrew Rucker from 3rd place right behind this battle. And it looks like going down at the turn 3, the advantage might be to the number 88 of Joshua Adams up top.
Job sliding a little bit on the bottom and cycles back in. And now here comes Rucker with a nice run on Job.
Yeah, that might cost him 2nd place trying to make a pass for the lead, because here comes the 20 of Andrew Rucker down low. His truck's not able to stick either, though. He slides up a little bit, has to check up, so move Job back into the 2nd spot, single file just like they were a handful of laps ago. And here comes the 91 of Anthony Job, going to give it another shot for the lead going down into turn 3.
Got a deep front there through 4.
You got 10 laps to go in stage number 1. Those stage points and playoff points have already been shown to play a pretty good part into the playoffs. And here comes Job. Look at that. Kind of fanning 3 wide, it looked like. But they're going to be able to keep each other out of harm's way for the moment at least, because Anthony Job looks like he's on the back bumper down the back straightaway. With only a handful of laps left in stage number 1, these guys are going to be jostling for every position they can get.
Job just trying to find a way to get closer to Adams, but when he does get close to him, he's got to make sure he gets the top line. I believe the top line is the way to go.
Yeah, I feel like we've said it 100 times. Catching them is easy. Passing them is a whole nother ball game, and you're seeing it take place. Atlanta is especially a track like this. A lot of these tracks where the tires are pretty important, it's so much harder to pass. Whereas some place like Daytona and Talladega, you can just use the draft, and you'll be by them in about, I don't even know, nanosecond it feels like because of how fast they're going there. But Job with a nice run again on the exit of turn 4. Like we said, not quite able to make the pass as easily as he's able to catch up to Joshua Adams. But these three have still been running pretty much right in each other's tire tracks, and they are pretty close to one another on the exit of turn 2 here. 7 laps to go in stage 1.
Just looking at Job here, like he's looking for the outside. You can clearly see he's trying to get the outside approach, but Adams takes his he takes his line away going in the corner. It messes him up. So, wow, as you see Joe trying to get a higher approach in the 1 and 2, and Adam takes the line away for the entirety of the turn. Things have sort of settled down now.
Yeah, like you said, things have settled down, but now they haven't because Anthony Job's firing on the high line. I think that's probably where he's going to want to be. I think the top side's going to work to his advantage here because it's hard to keep that truck on the bottom through the corner like Joshua Adams is starting to feel right now, and Job's able to make the pass on the high line. New leader here once again at Atlanta. It's the 91 truck of Anthony Job showing a lot of muscle here in race number 1 of the playoffs.
Oh, and now Adams is really catching back. It looked like he was going to lose second there to Rucker, but now he's gaining on Job.
Oh, look at that. Andrew Rucker's in the wall back there from third place. Almost loses the truck. Goes way down onto the bottom side of the racetrack. That's going to cost him a spot or two to Justin Krasinski. And also, how about the 03 of Logan Shea? Tough break for Andrew Rucker, though. Just loses the truck a little bit on the exit of the corner there. And gets into the wall down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go in stage 1.
Job now. So let's fail here for these few laps before we get our stage caution.
Yeah, I feel like it's no surprise here when you look at the drivers in the top 3. Anthony Job, Justin Krasinski, Joshua Adams. Those 3 drivers have been some of the fastest drivers we've had all season long here in the Join APS.com Truck Series, especially Krasinski and Adams with a combined 5 wins already.
Battle for fourth in the back with Rucker and Shea. Oh, cool. Loses spot to Shea. Shea moves up to fourth. Rucker now in the battle for fifth. Actually, he's on the fifth for the moment. Job now increasing the lead to around half a second over Adams. Now they are in the battle for fifth. Rucker on the outside, and I can't tell who that is on the inside. They're going to be side by side going into the corner, though. And Rucker, a little loose in the corner, and that's what's going to cost him fifth place, and he'll drop down to sixth.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And I think that might be the end of stage number 1, actually. So let's go ahead and show you who your stage points are going to throughout our top 10. Anthony Job, of course, picking up the big stage win. Joshua Adams, second. Justin Krasinski comes home third. Logan Shea, fourth. Fifth was Andrew Rucker. Sixth, Bradley Hall. Seventh, Tyler Riggs. Eighth, Donald Arseth. Good run for him. Ninth, Steven Spears. And 10th, Vic Bloom. So those are your 10 drivers getting some stage points here in stage number 1. Halfway through the event so far. Anthony Job, though, the big winner in stage number 1.
Yeah, Job struggled early on the start, and after that caution, he made some adjustments from the pit stop. Seems like back to where he wanted to be, and currently holds the first spot right now. Adams also benefiting from that caution as he was running fourth at the time, and the top 3 wrecked in front of him, and he took control of the lead for a short time before Job came in. And Krasinski, also another big winner, got the truck dialed in. He drove back third after being now with first caution, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of pit stops we have here.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be coming down to get 4 fresh tires, like Anthony Job, Joshua Adams. You see them already coming down on the pit road. Justin Krasinski, Logan Shazin, Andrew Rucker, Bradley Hall, Tyler Riggs, Donald Arseth, Steven Spears, Vic Bloom, Jacob Evanson, Zach Michael, Levi Zielinski. Everybody coming down pit road except for Aaron Brown. And I think he's actually getting the wave around. Might even be trying to lead a lap as well. So Aaron Brown getting some showtime here. But he's staying out onto the racetrack, at least for the moment, as everybody else is coming in to get fresh tires. And Joshua Adams is probably going to be one of the guys we're going to have to watch the race off the pit road. I saw Tyler Riggs and Levi Zielinski shifting around. Looked like both those guys may have missed their pit boxes. But how about that? Anthony Job wins the race off the pit road. Justin Krasinski, second and third, is going to be close. Might be going to Andrew Rucker, it looks like. Pretty close at the stripe there between him and Joshua Adams, though.
Really looking forward to this restart. It's going to be quite an interesting restart.
So, if you guys look in your chat down below, I went ahead and dropped a promo code. So if you click on that, you'll get $10 off. So I think you can get a t-shirt for literally $10 if you use that, which would be sick. And it'd be a great way to support me because instead of just donating, you can actually get something in return, which would be a t-shirt. I mean, you can get the cheap hoodies now with that $10 off, so make sure if you want to buy any of the new merch, you check out that promo code and that link down below. And it would actually help me out a ton. It'd be awesome to see you guys copping a couple shirts, a couple hoodies, or whatever you guys want. But I think we got a couple laps here until we get the restart. Anthony Job, really been impressive so far. Started on pole, kind of mired back outside the top 5, and then shot back up to the lead. Now he's led 9 laps on the day so far. But we also got the race summary we want to look at here at Atlanta. Current leader, Anthony Job, 42 laps down with our scheduled 80 laps for tonight. 7 lead changes so far, and only 2 cautions, and one of those being the stage caution for 5 laps. And we saw the first caution, of course, between Justin Krasinski, Zach Michael, all those guys battling for the lead. So it's been a pretty, I don't want to say calm race, but it's been a pretty exciting and eventful race so far. So we're going to have to see how everything pans out here. Of course, Atlanta is a pretty unique racetrack, and especially with these trucks on it, makes it for some great racing.
Yes, it does, and it'll be interesting to see Job, who right now is the fastest car on the track, go side by side with Krasinski, who has quite a bit of damage on his truck. It'll be interesting to see how those two compare on the start.
And it looks like we're doubling up, getting set for the restart. Anthony Job, Justin Krasinski, row 1. Andrew Rucker's going to restart 3rd. Joshua Adams, 4th. 5th, Logan Shea. He's been sticking around. 6th is going to be Donald Arseth. 7th, Bradley Hall. 8th, Steven Spears. 9th, Tyler Riggs. And then 10th, Vic Bloom in the 77. So that's going to be how we get set to go back to racing here.
I have a feeling that we will see some exciting racing for about the first 5 laps, and then everyone starts to get single file. Then the outside line kicks in, and yeah.
Well, we've seen a bunch of different things start in. We've seen a bunch of different things working for a bunch of different drivers. Like, for example, we saw Anthony Job pass on the high line. Joshua Adams been passing low. Justin Krasinski's been passing all over the track, so I wonder how this restart's going to work out. Leader chooses the bottom, which is not really too shocking here. Got to watch for the tire spin now as they get set. Green flag is out. Anthony Job gets a pretty good jump, but so does Justin Krasinski, holding on strong there in 2nd. Down into turn 1, Job, Krasinski, Rucker, and Adams single file. That's your top 4. And then rounding out your top 5 is Logan Shea in the 0-3. Looks like Adams going to make a pass for 3rd, down low on Andrew Rucker down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3 side by side.
Adams now in the podium spot.
And Brzezinski in that second place spot with that damaged race truck. Pretty impressive run for him. But Anthony Job's not going to want to let this race go away by the wayside. He's going to fight hard to hold on to that lead, and he's going to have to fight off pretty much the two best in the series with Justin Brzezinski and Joshua Adams on the exit of turn 2. These guys are going to be chasing him down for that top spot.
Brzezinski really driving.
Brzezinski just about on the back bumper, and then Anthony Job trying to just hold him off as hard as he can. But you got Joshua Adams lurking right back there in third, so any mistake that's going to be made can cost these guys 2 spots, 3 spots, or maybe even more. And here comes Brzezinski down low. Job almost into the outside wall there through the exit of turn 2. That's going to open the door for the 4. It's also going to open the door for the 88. What can Job do on the top side, though?
I don't know if he can do anything. Top isn't really that in. Yeah, he's got more laps, I believe, in order to get a run on the top. Then
Yeah, I think you're right there. I don't think the top side takes a couple more laps to come in, and the tires need to wear off a little bit. But Brzezinski moves into the top spot once again. Job's going to fall back to third, and Adams into second. Now, can Adams make a move on Brzezinski for the top spot? 33 laps left here at Atlanta.
The only way I see Adams passing Brzezinski is if Brzezinski slides up in one of the corners. Or it could happen.
See them kind of moving up to the top side of the racetrack now, like you were talking about. I think maybe it's time that the outside lane starts to come in a little bit and the tires wear off. Here goes Brzezinski. He's going to try to hold him off. Not going to happen, though. Joshua Adams looking low in turn number 3. Battle for the lead once again here at Atlanta.
Starbucks.
Wow, Brzezinski able to make the high line work through 3 and 4. That's a pretty difficult spot to make it happen. And he does so and able to hold off for the lead and take away that top spot and the top line from Joshua Adams. Adams, though, with another run through turns 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. He's looking low again. I think he's got a better chance of making this pass work this time, though. Going down into turn 3, he's just going to have to make the bottom stick, which is a hard thing to do because that difference between turns 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 are pretty monumental when you're talking about both ends of this racetrack.
Yes, they are, and they're pretty much dead even at the line. Looks like Adams will have the advantage going into 1. Back on the outside, not giving up yet.
I think Adams likes the top side through 1 and 2 a lot more than Brzezinski does, because there you see it. It hurts Adams to run low, and he actually loses that track position. But that actually let Anthony Job reel him in a little bit more now. But still, Adams going to have to make the top side work through 1 and 2 like he's been doing the past couple of laps. You can notice that the 88 seems to really be hooking up well once he gets to the top side of the racetrack right here.
And Brzezinski just takes his line away. There's nothing Adams can do.
Look at the run Adams gets off the exit of turn 2. I don't think he's got any place to go with it, though, so he's going to have to stick in line. Oh, looks like another driver in the wall back there. I think it was a 6th place driver. Yeah, it was Donald Arcett in the 46. He's going to lose a couple of spots because of that.
You look at the background, just creeping into this 3-car pack. Job's just running this one out. The 88 all the way up high. Haven't seen him go that high before. Fly.
He does get a good run off the corner, though. He just doesn't want to go low because he knows that's not where he can make the pass, I don't think. Again, we're just assuming here. But yeah, like you were saying, Logan Shea is creeping in that 4th spot onto this top 3. A couple laps or so, he might be battling for the lead. Single file all throughout the field. No battles being created throughout the front half of our field for the night. Looks like Adams, though, might have even made a little bit of contact, it looked like, there for Brzezinski, or at least some kind of, just looked like Brzezinski got a little out of shape there on the exit of the corner. Interested to see what happens now, because Adams is pretty close to the back bumper of Krasinski. Still don't know what he's going to be able to do here.
I thought he was going to go try down low, because that's the closest he's gotten to him. Built again.
25 laps to go here at the stripe, though. Krasinski's got to try to hold him off with that damaged race truck. And if you're Anthony Job, you got to be kicking yourself right now, knowing you had the lead, but you had two of the most talented drivers right behind you, and you just kind of let it slip away. But now you're still there, so you still got a chance to do something about it, which I'm sure Anthony Job's going to be looking forward to.
Oh, then again, a similar scenario could happen again, where it could benefit Logan Shea as it did earlier with Joshua Adams. There goes Adams down low. No, he's going to stay high. I thought he was going to try low.
Still, pretty much they're running identical lines that they have been the past 5 laps or so. No real changes amongst the top 4 and where they've been running on the racetrack. Looks like the highest they've gone up on the racetrack has been Adams through turn 1 and 2. I don't think he really wants to change that. See what he does this time.
Here.
This time Adams runs a little bit more towards the bottom side of the racetrack. I think he's just searching for some grip and trying to find a way to get around that Ford truck. Might open the door for Anthony Job, though, in the 91, or he's just going to push him down the back straightaway, it looks like. At the stripe, Krasinski kind of extends his advantage over Joshua Adams just a little bit. Still pretty minuscule when you're talking about the difference between the top 4 of Justin Krasinski, Joshua Adams, Anthony Job, and Logan Shea running single file going into turn 3. Taking a look at your top 5, Bradley Hall in the 21 truck. He actually rounds out the top 5. Running in the 5th spot for the moment. Then you got Tyler Riggs, Donald Arseth, Steven Spears, Andrew Rucker, and Levi Zielinski, who just got into the outside wall, rounding out your top 10 there. That's the 59 truck.
Yeah, tough break for Zielinski. Having a nice day, and then got called him in that first caution, and hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, it's tough to rebound at this track when you get a lot of damage like the 59 truck has. Luckily for Krasinski, he didn't have that much damage from the wreck, and what he did have was quite fixable. So his team was able to get that truck squared away. With 20 laps to go, he finds himself in the top spot.
Yeah, and he's starting to pull away a little bit from the 88 and the 91. Maybe he's played the tire game correctly, then again maybe he hasn't. I don't know for sure. But it's still interesting nonetheless.
Let's go ahead and ride on board with the E88 of Joshua Adams right there in the middle of the top 3. There it is. Looked like Anthony Job was looking for a moment to try to make a pass on Joshua Adams. Doesn't do it, though. And Adams going to be able to fall down to the bottom side of the racetrack, kind of protect for the moment. As Job slides up a little bit there on exit. Logan Shea dropping a little bit compared to where he was a couple of laps ago on the top 3, though. With 17 laps left, Krasinski's only got to hold on for a little bit longer if he wants to get this win.
Adams doing everything he can to hold on to second. I don't know for how much longer though, but it looks like Job has a faster truck.
Yeah, I think trying to pass is going to hurt these guys more than it'll help them. I think they're pretty content to ride till about a handful of laps left, and then they'll try to make their moves. But for the moment, just kind of riding single file with 16 to go until it gets down to crunch time, which is probably going to be around like 5 laps or so to go.
Saw smoke up ahead.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's actually a truck down at the bottom of the racetrack trying to catch a number there for you guys. Was it Vic? Yeah, it was Vic Bloom in the 77. Not sure what's going on with that truck, but he's actually on a lap down now because of it. So let's see if we can find out what happened with Vic Bloom there.
All right, man.
Oh, looks like we actually got a caution out now. Looks like there's the 21 truck of Bradley Hall. Let's see what happens here. On the exit of turn 2, he just slapped the outside wall, Bradley Hall did. And when you get stuck on the outside wall like that, when you come off of it, it just wiggles and turns around on him, and he hits the outside wall once again. But he slides and brings out our third caution of the day for a solo car spin there, Bradley Hall in the 21 truck.
Now this changes everything, as the whole field, I would assume, would have fresher tires. And what's this with the one? Race.
I think he's just trying to slow down and get up to pace speed with these guys. So you got Krasinski, Adams, and Job. That's your top 3, as these guys are probably more than likely coming down pit road. But in my opinion, if I'm somebody way back there like Andrew Rucker, Zach Michael, or Jacob Evanson even, I'm going to stay out, because what do you have to lose? You either finish outside the top 10, or you still finish outside the top 10 maybe with a chance to win the race. So if I'm one of those guys, I would have maybe considered staying out, but Krasinski is in. Joshua Adams comes down, Anthony Job, Logan Shea, Tyler Riggs, Steven Spears, Donald Arseth, Andrew Rucker, Zach Michael, Jacob Evanson, and Aaron Brown. Also, Levi Zielinski all come down pit road. So we saw our top 4 coming in, Krasinski, Adams, and Job. Will that be our top 4 when they leave pit road here? Looks like Krasinski's going to go ahead and retain his lead. Job's going to come out second, but it looks like Andrew, make that Logan Shea in the 03 is actually going to come out third, so a good stop for his team. Tyler Riggs comes out 4th. 5th, it looked like Donald Arseth, and then 6th was Joshua Adams. So he goes from the second place truck all the way back to outside the top 5.
Interesting.
It's a tough break for the 88 of Joshua Adams. I think the 46 of Donald Arseth, I think he took 2 tires on that stop, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Matter of fact, Tyler Riggs in the 01, he might have also taken 2 tires. So that could be quite eventful here on the restart, especially with a track like Atlanta where there's a lot of tire spin already. Imagine trying to do it on older tires on half the side of the truck. So that'll make for an interesting restart here, though. But for Justin Krasinski, he's going to hold on to the top spot. Taking a look at the race summary, 68 laps done so far. We got 12 laps to go of the scheduled 80. 8 lead changes, which has been pretty exciting to watch. And then 3 cautions for 6 laps. And I think it'll actually be 7 laps once we finish this next 2 laps under the yellow flag. We saw stage 1 go to Anthony Job in the 91, which was a great run for his team. He led 13 laps so far tonight. We're going to have to try to hold on and maybe even try to take away the win from Justin Krasinski in that 4 team. But a lot of work still to be done for Anthony Job. So I'm assuming these guys might be getting the 1 to go this time around.
I would assume so.
And they do. Pace car lights are off. So with 10 laps to go, once they hit the stripe, that'll be when they get the green flag. Justin Krasinski, he's going to be our leader on this restart. Starting second is going to be Anthony Job. Third, Logan Shea in the 0-3. Fourth is going to be Tyler Riggs in the 0-1. Restarting fifth, Donald Arseth in the 46. Sixth, Joshua Adams. Seventh is going to be Andrew Rucker. Eighth, Steven Spears. Ninth, Zach Michael. And then restarting 10th is Levi Zielinski. And that beat up number 59 truck. Could have had a great night, great run going early on. Just didn't pan out with the caution and the way things worked out for his team. Luckily, though, it did work out for Justin Krasinski because that beaten and battered race truck is sitting in the top spot with 10 laps to go and has the potential to steal a victory here at Atlanta. First playoff race, and among our playoff drivers, actually, looking at our list here, Justin Krasinski's in the playoffs, Anthony Job is in the playoffs, Logan Shea is in the playoffs, Tyler Riggs is in the playoffs. All these guys are in the playoffs in the top four except Donald Arseth, I think, is our lone driver who's not inside our playoffs so far. Pace car is in, 10 laps to go. Green flag is out. Oh, I saw a little bit of tire spin for Andrew Rucker, it looked like. So far, so good, though, for Justin Krasinski. Battle for second is going to be between Anthony Job and Logan Shea.
Maybe Logan Shea.
While Logan Shea's actually going to be able to hold on to second, but here comes Joshua Adams, and Tyler Riggs gets into the wall there. Logan Shea looks to make a pass for the lead, not able to make it work. Joshua Adams got to get around all these guys on two tires and get back up towards the front of the field, which he has done so far. He moves into fourth. Arseth gets into the wall a little bit. Job's looking for second, but up front, it's Justin Krasinski in the Ford truck. Job's looking to get a run down the back straightaway and make the pass on the outside lane for second. So far, it's working for him. Will it work down into turn 3 and 4, though? And it looks like Logan Shea might have actually hit the apron a little bit. He slides up right in front of the 88 truck of Joshua Adams. And Job's going to move into that second spot now. He goes around the outside of Logan Shea. 8 laps to go for Justin Krasinski. He's got to hold on and hold off these guys if they can get to him. I wonder if they'll make a bump and run kind of move on him.
They're going to have to. I haven't seen anyone pass the Ford truck cleanly in quite a while. So this is going to be an interesting finish.
And Job actually gets through 3 and 4 quite well there. He's going to have a good run even on the front straightaway. So he's not letting Krasinski get too far away from him. 7 laps to go. I think you still have to conserve your tires a little bit here on the first 5 laps. I probably would have took it a little easy. And then those last 5 laps, I would have went pretty hard just on those tires and made them go as fast as they can. As Job's right there in the back bumper, though, looking to make a pass on Krasinski and maybe try to loosen him up there on the exit of turn 4, but he's there.
Side by side on the front stretch. Who has the advantage going into 1?
Oh, caution's out.
Oh, man.
None of these drivers. I think it was further back in the field. Yeah, it was actually Andrew Rucker in the 20. Looks like it might have even been a hard hit for him. So let's go back and see what happened here. As he was running right behind the 19 of Jacob Evanson. Up top, you see the 59 truck of Levi Zielinski. But we're going to keep our eye on the 20 of Andrew Rucker right there in the middle of your screen. I think maybe a little bit of a checkup. The 21 of Bradley Hall gets into the back of him. And then that just sends him around right into the outside wall. Does a little bit of a flip, a little bit of a flip through the air. So does Bradley Hall. And then he landed on all 4. And it looks like it's going to bring out the caution, though, after a wild ride for these guys.
Those 2 drivers are going to go into concussion protocol after this.
And they're both on pit road for the moment. And caution is out. And it looks like they're caught up to the pace car. I think we're going to have a green-white checkered here.
I believe we will, yes. Looks like a green-white checker will happen. Now, do you pit or do you stay out?
Outside the top 5, 100% pit. Matter of fact, if I'm Logan Shea on back, I might consider pitting. Yeah, those fresh tires, even that 5-lap run we just had, those fresh tires are going to make such a big difference. So I'm coming in. I bet you they're going to do the opposite of whatever Justin Krasinski does. Looks like Krasinski stays out. Adams comes down, and nobody else really coming with him. I'm kind of shocked there. Zach Michael comes in the 98, and that's it, though. Nobody else is coming in with Joshua Adams.
Wow.
Well, at least he's going to have 4 fresh tires. He's going to be able to pass a handful of cars on the restart. The question is he going to be able to make it through with a truck still left underneath him? Because it might be hard to try to go 3 wide going into turn 1 on a restart. But that's what he's going to have to do now because so many trucks actually stayed out on the racetrack. But still, it's a kind of small field tonight. We only started with 16 trucks to begin with. So he's not going to be too far away from the leaders, per se. And a lot of these trucks have damage anyway, so he might be sitting all right. Catching up to the rest of the field here. So when we look at the race summary, 77 laps are about to be done here. And I don't think we're going to get the 1 to go. I think we're actually going to have to wait another lap. Yeah, we are going to have to wait another lap, meaning that they're going to get the 1 to go with 2 to go. So we're going to only have a 1-lap shootout. It's not even going to be a green-white checkered. It's just going to be a green flag and a white flag at the same time. And then the checker flag at the following lap. So they're only going to have 1 lap to get it done. I think that's going to be a big advantage for Justin Krasinski. It's going to hurt the 88 truck, though, of Joshua Adams, who decided to come down and get fresh tires. Not really going to have a lot of time to do too much with him, though, but he is running 9th, so maybe he can move into the top 5 in a lap. It'd have to be a pretty impressive drive, though, that we're going to have to keep an eye on, but Justin Krasinski is sitting in the catbird seat here, your leader, with a 1-lap shootout waiting on hand. So if I'm Anthony Job and Logan Shea, all I know is I'm getting ready because they're gonna have to get on the gas like almost immediately. As soon as they see the pace car come down on pit road, they might as well have their foot on the gas because that's probably when Justin Krasinski is going to be taking off. So they're gonna have to make sure they don't jump the restart, but they also are gonna make sure that he doesn't get too far away from them because they only got a lap to get it done. As the pace car lights do go out. 1-lap shootout coming up. Justin Krasinski is your leader on this restart, our final restart of the day, brought to you by Diet Dew Hunter 88. Restarting 2nd, Anthony Job. Restarting 3rd, Logan Shea. Restarting 4th. How about Steven Spears in the 97 truck? I haven't talked about him at all tonight. He started 9th, and he's been now moved himself into the top 5. Restarting in the 5th spot is Donald Arseth in the 46. Restarting 6th, the 01 of Tyler Riggs. 7th. The 59 truck of Levi Zielinski. Restarting 8th, Jacob Evanson in the 19. Restarting 9th, the 18 of Aaron Brown. And restarting in the 10th and final spot, Joshua Adams, who's got his work cut out for him on this restart. Might as well round out the field for you with Zach Michael in 11th and Vic Bloom in 12th. So who's your money on, Hunter, if you had to pick?
I've got to go with the Ford truck of Krasinski. I mean, he's been strong all night. He's come back from a wreck, and I feel like he's got the truck to beat.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. He definitely has the truck to beat. And I think he also is going to have a really good jump on this restart, which is going to propel him to the win. We're going to have to see what Anthony Job does because they're going to have to get set. Pace car is in. Justin Krasinski is already on the gas, like I mentioned, and he gets a huge jump. He is pulling away early on this restart. White flag is out, though. 1 lap to go here at Atlanta. Playoff race number 1 as you see the battle for 2nd go on. Oh, look at Adams. Adams has already moved up inside the top 6, it looks like, in the 88 truck. I don't know if he's going to be able to move up too much more than that. 2nd, it looks like it's going to go to Logan Shea, matter of fact. 3rd is going to be Anthony Job for the moment. He's going to try to make the high line work. But up front, sitting pretty, the Ford truck of Justin Krasinski involved in an early caution flag does no difference to him. He comes out of turn 4, playoff race number 1. Goes to Justin Krasinski in the Ford truck.
one impressive drive.
And how about second place coming Logan Shea in the 03? Good run for him. And that Shackley number 03 Chevy Silverado. Sorry, that's actually Toyota Tundra. Didn't even see it. Anthony Job, disappointing day, brings it home third after winning stage 1, leading a ton of laps, starting on pole. Thought he would have one of the trucks to beat. But once again, going to victory lane for the 4th time this season, Justin Krasinski in the number 4.
What a race.
Great way to kick off the playoffs here in the JoinAPS.com Truck Series. Amazing race, a lot of action, a lot of lead changes too, which, you know, Atlanta's one of the most fun tracks to come to, especially on the North American racing circuit, and a lot of action, a lot of different strategies. But Justin Krasinski plays the best strategy of them all. He comes out on top here in playoff race number 1. We'll get you with the full race results as he's burning it down on the front straightaway. 4th time this season, so, you know, he's got a little bit of practice at doing the burnouts.
Yeah, he does.
And I think he's either doing a Polish victory lap or he's going to victory lane. I think he's doing the Polish victory lap. So, 80 laps are in the books. Playoff race number 1 is done, and we look at our results. Justin Krasinski comes out on top and is your race winner. Logan Shea finishes 2nd. 3rd place, Anthony Job. 4th place, Steven Spears. Finishing 5th tonight, Joshua Adams. He was able to come with those 4 fresh tires and get the top 5 to end the day. Finishing 6th, Donald Arseth. 7th, Levi Zielinski. He rebounds and has a pretty solid finish after a disappointing start to the race. Finishing 8th, Vic Bloom. 9th, Tyler Riggs, and rounding out your top 10, Jacob Evanson in the number 19. Taking a look at your final results, 11th on back, Zach Michael. Aaron Brown finishes 12th. 13th, Andrew Rucker. 14th, Bradley Hall. 15th, Chad Frankenfield. And then 16th, and your final driver, Mitchell Riggs in the number 66 truck. And for that, we are all set and done here at Atlanta, the Fun Truck Super Series 120. Big thanks to JoinAPS.com, Fun Truck Super Series. Shackley, let me think if I'm missing anyone else. Spirit Apparel, all the guys helping out this series and helping out this broadcast. Appreciate all you guys in the chat down below. Bradley Hall, Aaron Brown, Justin Krasinski, CRT Network, all you guys stopping by. Appreciate it. And checking out the broadcast. But we are all set and done here for the night. So congratulations once again to Justin Krasinski, the winner of playoff race number 1. Hunter Sleppy, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Anything you want to add before we go ahead and go off the air here?
No, other than it was just a race of quite a bit of excitement, and happy with the way things went for Justin Krasinski after that wreck.
Absolutely, man. It was a great race. Had a lot of fun calling it with you. And for Hunter Sleppy as well as myself, thank you guys for joining us for the Fun Truck Super Series 120 here at Atlanta in the JoinAPS.com Truck Series. See you guys next week.